Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony is rated M for mature. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright, hello and welcome back to more Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Last time around we were actually pretty deep into the trial of Romero. This time around, we're going just a little bit further. Yep. Alright, continue. Yes. Oh boy, I'm really worried between Kaito and whatever. Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier.
The gym window was too high to reach from the pool side, even if one used the ladder.
Okay.
That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
I don't think you need to go on a journey, but that's fine.
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
But did it? Come on, Maki. Not necessarily learned a lot of important information. Now, I'm sure that the scene of the crime was right in his lab, and the case is becoming clear. To determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found, I have to figure out how to get the victim from the third floor window to the gym. Alright, I have to analyze the possible methods and find the most likely. Okay, oh my gosh! When you have deduced how things are connected, Psych Taxi will start up. The objective of this mode is to gather the letter cubes lying around to form a question. Use the A button to accelerate and left stick to move left or right. Picking up letter cubes floating around, you complete the question. Once you complete the question, you head towards the escort that has the correct answer. If it's the right answer, they'll get in your car. If it's the wrong answer, something bad happens. Also, there are other cars on the road. If you hit those, you will take focused energy damage. If it's getting dangerous, use RB to concentrate, stay calm, and avoid them. Please drive and enjoy the ride. Okay? Alright. This is different. Oh, it's like an actual driving game. Okay. What? Whoa. I'm thinking about the inner tube, right? Okay, from the body was brought from where? Okay. I can't move left right anymore. Thinking time. Okay, well where's the body brought from? Lab window. Good. Okay. So, yeah, it was from the window, because it went from the window probably to the pool in some regard. Okay. Next question. Alright, this is kind of interesting, because it's kind of like, it's not super difficult, and I'm just kind of going back and forth. It's definitely not as easy as a normal racing game, that much for sure. Oh, okay, I see. I wanted to hit the button just to kind of get it. Sense for it. Okay. Man, it's definitely not, like, a keenly aware in the sense of like its driving methods. Okay, I'm trying to look at the panels at the right too. Okay, the body. Alright, I still should have a few more. Dang it! Give me a few more. Come on, I need just a little bit more. The body was brought to the gym from where? Isn't it the pool? Thinking time. Okay. The body is brought to the gym from where? Gym window. Thank you! Okay, good. Cool. Okay, what's the third one? I got that much for sure. Oh, last question. Okay, here we go. That's probably it, because I only have 4 seats total, so this is probably going to be it. Okay. This is going to be a long one. I like the visuals, although like the lights kind of hurt my eyes a little bit because it's really neon. Oh boy, we got cars now. Gotta avoid some people. Be like Rad Racer. I don't know if you guys have ever played a game called Rad Racer on the NES. It's a really good game. You had to avoid... Oop, I thought those were cars. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh. We're good. We're okay. We're okay. I can't. I'm looking up top, and none of it's making a whole lot of sense to me. Okay. Bam. Kabam bam. Is that a Monokuma? I think I missed a Monokuma. How was it moved from the classroom window to the gym window? Wasn't it that nylon? That we found in the gym. Is it a nylon or a rope? Via the pool. From... I'd say via the pool. Oh, really? Okay. From window to window, then. Well, there's stuff in the pool, so that's why it made me think that. Like, so... Okay, so lab window, gym window, from window to window. They use the nylon rope, and they probably use the raft to get it over. Having a raft there isn't super suspicious, but...
Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Yeah.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window.
No.
I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
Nice reference to the first game.
No, I don't believe he was thrown, but perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
No, there is.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It is the rope.
There! The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
Yeah. Oh, hey Siri, set a timer for 35 minutes.
Mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal.
Okay, your timer is set for 35 minutes.
Alright, this first episode might be a little long, that's fine.
During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery. Only Atua knows the answer.
I'm sad because I think Angie's innocent right now.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both windows.
Okay.
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
Yes. Because you said it's 65 feet.
65 feet in-
Yeah.
According to the sign at the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet.
And it's probably only another 10 to 15 beyond each side.
And
That's
the distance
still
from the
enough.
edges of the pool to the windows is an additional
It's 32 plus... Oh man, that's... Yeah, that's...
Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
Yeah.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
Mm-hmm.
You bet it's long enough. That's what she said. Wait, who said
We don't need to focus on
Even
that.
if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
No.
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
No, the one window is definitely able to reach because of the ladder. You just go from inside both ways.
Together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No, going to think it would work. Just need one more rope.
another rope? There was only one though.
Nope.
Oh, then it unpossible.
You have the nylon. You're good. Yeah. The, where is it? The... Where is it? There it is. Tennis net cable.
This is it!
That could be used as a rope.
The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
Yes.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how did they use it?
Okay, so First, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side. And tie cable to other window.
Mm-hmm.
Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
That'd be a lot of work, though, man.
Wow, that's amazing, Gonta. You're so knowledgeable.
It's nothing. Going to use ropes a
Aw.
lot when looking for bugs.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
The inner tube.
Eureka! I got it!
Do you?
Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. But in my case, it's 100% inspiration.
Okay.
You get it. Just tell us.
Yeah. Thank you, Himiko.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan.
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank.
Yeah.
Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Tarzan? But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
Yeah.
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank.
Yeah.
We wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
I mean, you have to be really careful.
Are you hinting at something?
I think he is.
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
Mm-hmm. You're confusing me. You were definitely onto something. Culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit would would not have been able to retrieve it. They would have only had one shot at it, no second chances. Besides, the culprit would have wanted to put the body in the tank carefully, meaning they wouldn't have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. But how did they get near it? All we know right now is that there was a rope connected to the window. Somehow the culprit used that to move the body and close them to the window themselves. To make it work, they had to use something else. But what would that be? What could they have done?
All right,
Ah, Shuichi.
The stage is finally set.
What?
Okay.
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial. It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick. I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, I can do this. Solve this mystery, show everyone the truth. This is the main event. Something was used to rope between the body between the windows. Think, come on, think! This is Hangman's Gambit? Yep. Wasn't it the, question. What did the culprit fashion move the body between the windows? Okay. Oh. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Hold on. I need to... can't. What am I looking for exactly? Correct row. Row. Nope. Row. Rope. Huh? Row. Rope. 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 What? Rope way? I don't know what it could be. I don't know. Hold on. Hold on. That didn't help at all. Rope. What? Rope way? What is a rope way? What is a rope way? What? What is a rope way?
That's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
What is a rope way?
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that?
What is that?
Wow, you got train damage or something? You need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
No, we do. Yeah. And scenes where you have to deduce an image. Mind will begin. Oh my gosh. And this dig up the objective. The answer. Beginning the answer will be completely covered in pieces. Use the left stick to move the cursor, and your use the A button. Pieces will be erased when two or more of the same color connect. The edge of the piece will change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. If you use right, you can remove all pieces from an object. Trick is to predict how the adjustment pieces will change. All pieces on top of the object are gone. You can select the object as your answer. If you select the wrong object, the infinite gaze will take damage. There's just one piece left. You can press the A button repeatedly to break it. But that will incur a time penalty, so don't button mash. It might sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it as soon as you play. Okay, thank you for your understanding. Yep, I got you. Okay. Alright. Cool. We're gonna get rid of all of this. Alright, there you go. There you go, there you go. Buy him. Can't buy him. This is fun. Look at me. There's a tube. Oh. Okay. I got the inner tube. Yay! One of the other two, like a ladder and the other thing. There's the inner tube.
It's the inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool.
I'm sad.
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side? Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows.
Okay.
And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along.
Yeah.
The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported two people.
Mm-hmm.
The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway, and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym. Once through the gym window, the culprit...
I'm sorry, but that body frame looks like Kaito.
Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way would be more stable, and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible.
Yeah.
But wow, a ropeway!
I never heard of a ropeway.
Culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Monokuma?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay. Sticking your body through the window is an automatic outlawed, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you
Wait.
last time?
The killer.
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Yup. But he can't say.
Oh, shit!
You didn't put your foot in your mouth. His foot? Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Pops?
He's not happy.
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
Monodam's right! Monosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
What's he gonna say? Oh, nothing.
Come on. The trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
Yep.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Got that confirmed it.
They used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder? That's some crazy-ass shit!
Okay.
But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side.
My only question is, did Maki see
Tossing
anything?
the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see! The rope was thrown from the window! That's why we found it there!
Yeah.
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Yeah.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
The only person who was near there at the time was Maki. Maki, did you see
The
anything?
culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime. Why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
They couldn't get it.
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
The obvious. The school rules. It was nighttime.
That's it.
They couldn't get it. There was a nighttime rule that says you cannot go in the pool during nighttime.
To get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
Yeah.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
Yes.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope,
You need some sort of metal thing.
the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Yeah.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Seems like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there. Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Mm-hmm.
Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur.
No, actually. Save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us.
Yep.
Well, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Well, everything hinges on that testimony.
Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No one's respecting the culprit's intelligence. That is crucial to solving this case. We're so close, we're just one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Okay. Now, I hate to say it. I have two people in mind. I don't think it was Angie.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again? Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You believe in my detective skills?
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Yep. The whole setup would have been preparing the gym well beforehand, knowing that narrows down the list of suspects. Well, I don't think it was him, me, no Mio, no Hikibo, no Tenko, no Kokichi, no Himiko, no Ganta, no Rantaro, no Tsunami, no Kyo, no Angie, no Maki. It's one of these two, and something tells me it's him, because he has no alibi whatsoever for anything. It wasn't Kaito, but I remember somebody mentioning they went to the gym. Oh.
I was wrong.
Okay, well, he didn't have an alibi. I'm sorry. He's been bugging me the whole time. It was her.
It has to be you.
She was my other choice.
There's one more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Like at the very beginning, they picked her and him as like the two people to focus on, and like in my opinion, yeah, like she doesn't have an alibi for after 10 o'clock, but she was in the gym for that preparation for a few minutes.
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first. Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
Mm.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
Wow, she looks scary. I mean, I don't want to say it was her. I don't know. To me, it's either her or Kaito.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
Okay, Shuichi, Kibo, Tsunagami, and Tenko were forced to go to the Ultimate Intelligence Lab from 8 to 11 p.m. for the insect meet and greet. After 5 minutes at 9 p.m., Himiko and Angie were joined as well. Kokichi went to Entomologist Lab until 9. He was a Kirumi from 9 to 10. By 11, he returned to the lab. Yeah, Kirumi was in the lab gym before 9 p.m. with Himiko and Angie. From 9 to 10, she was Kokichi. She was in the gym alone for around 5 minutes. That's plenty of time. Mio's seen multiple times last night wandering in the courtyard in her lingerie.
The crime was committed.
Maki alone. Insect meet and greet.
Did nighttime.
Monokuma File 2.
You have no alibi. Do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous.
Yeah.
That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
She's forced Kirumi to implicate herself. My logic has to be airtight. There's a hole in her story somewhere. I just have to stay calm and find it.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The
Okay.
crime was committed at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence.
Hold on. The only person... Okay.
I believe
Okay, that did not work like it... Okay. My bad. My bad. Let's try this again.
I, of course, am not the culprit. An alibi? I believe most of us do not.
Okay. Apparently most of us do. Man, this is pretty thick.
The crime was committed.
Meantime, alibi.
An alibi for nothing? Most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body.
It's like flee and plead.
She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
I didn't... Okay, ran into me. Whatever. I didn't do that on purpose. My bad. I'm sorry.
I, of course, am not the
Monokuma
culprit.
File 2.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
Truth cylinder.
And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma
Ryoma could have totally shared the inner tube. We all could have, except perhaps.
I'm not getting anything, honestly. Like, I'm reading these over and over again, and there's nothing that's like... There's a whole other story. I should stay calm and find it. Well, if you could tell me where it is, that'd be great.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
Yeah.
And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Okay, that didn't work. Nope, my bad. Alright, we're gonna have to go through all of them. Okay? It's like... Crime was committed during nighttime. Alibi. Most of us do not have one.
Evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Wait.
Do you think we would fall for such
What if I lie and say that, because, like, you know, that would totally work. She says you don't have one, but Maki alone, Maki not alone.
Of course, I'm not the culprit. An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
Okay. That was wrong. Dang it. Well, that's fine. Well, it'd be really nice if the game actually told me. Yeah, retry.
We can't let it end.
Okay, I didn't like this. Okay, non-stop debate. Let me read through the things again. Maybe something will, like, stand out. Okay, let's see. Of course. Okay.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have it.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Wait, yeah, what about the insect meet and greet? Because we were there till 11. Yeah, no, what about the insect meet and greet? Hold on. Because that took place a while afterwards. You're the only person that didn't show up. Okay, nope, it must be the other one then. Alright. Insect meet and greet. We're gonna try insect meet and greet at the other one. I'm just gonna roll through these because I have no idea what it is. I have evidence. Okay, not that one. What exactly is your point?
I was wrong.
I don't know. Whatever. This is Phoenix Wright all over again. Honestly. Monokuma file 2 alibis for yesterday. Well, that didn't work. True. Okay. Fine.
I was wrong.
Made a mistake. Okay. I'm just rolling through it. There's no point. I mean, it's like, I don't know what it is. I've looked at it dozens of times. I have evidence.
Do you think we would fall for such
Oh, okay. I don't know why that one worked, but that one worked. That's fine. This is like when in like Phoenix Wright games, it's like. I mean.
Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
It's like during Phoenix Wright games, if I got stuck because they wanted a specific piece of information and I didn't know the exact piece, I would just throw it at everything. I get multiple game overs until I finally got it through because it's like my brain is not clicking with what they want.
Several steps needed to be taken.
I mean, she prepared.
I'm putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
That's plenty of time.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up.
At least from the gym side.
Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
Mm-hmm.
This is my selfless devotion.
Kurumi.
While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
She was tired of everyone bagging on her. Okay, what are my knives? Marked window frame, black piece of fabric.
If it were
Tennis
solely
net.
the rope and partition, I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided. When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
No, not really.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the road. Now, with that road, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
Okay, my bad.
I am referring to the road. Now, with that road, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened. In other words, it is just a guess. And then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess.
And she's fighting hard.
And deception. I am referring to the road. Now, with that road, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
Slice through that argument.
Cut through your words. I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Mm-hmm.
Are those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Alright. It's time to end the episode. Next time around, we will continue with what's happening here. Thank you so much for joining me. And like I said before, next time we will continue battling at Kirimi. Like, subscribe, and share. It all really helps. And as always, have a fantastic day. And I'll see you in the next episode of Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. See ya!